What's up, friends? It's just Uncle Larry with the loud air conditioning fan, checking in real quick. TGIF, dear friends. Oh, man. The end of another week. Just got home from a long but super fun day of sessioneering with my dear friend, Sweet Dave Cohen, who's producing a gal called L King. It was fun. Well, we did like 3 songs and had a few laughs, good times. I really like doing overdubs, which is me and another guy, you know? You can really get creative when you do that. Tracking sessions are fun too with a full band, but in the right situation, I prefer an overdub, honestly, because you can really get super into it and you can really paint and color and create, which is what I like to do. I just got a text today from Josh Rawlings, who runs Baked Alaska, which is our little distribution company, and he sent pictures of pallets full of a certain record that finally showed up, and I am super excited about that. Once again, I want to thank you guys for waiting so long to get your pre-ordered records. I promise next time, if I live that long, there won't be such a long wait. Thank you guys for all the very kind donations lately. I really appreciate that. Particular thanks to an extremely generous homeschooler named Peter Hall, who has been a good friend. He's also the guy who bought the entire mountain of plexi amps. You remember that? Peter's a good guy. Very sweet. Thank you for all the support over the years, man. I really appreciate it. And all of you guys, thank you. I appreciate all the kind words about the last video where I played a little of this acoustic. I want to show you those chords in a minute because a lot of people asked, what are those changes, Larry? But, you know, that was also the video where I talked about the guy, Sean, who kept posting on Gearpage that my channel was junk food. So I wasn't quite sure, but after I sent that off to the lab and you guys all weighed in, the results are in that the guy really is a stupid cunt. And I think that's what they say in England. I don't mean it the American way, you know. I mean it the English way. More playful and funny, not quite as severe as Americans take that word. But yeah, I thought he was, but you guys validated it, and I appreciate that. Here's those chords of that song. It was kind of like this feel. Let me make sure I got the feel right here. I got it up in this video. All right. So it's the G chord, right? It's like Cowboy G. What did I do exactly on that side? Yeah, okay. Climbed up on the B string. So it's G. To a B7. What do we call that on our Nashville number chart, friends? There's a little from a G, if that's your key, what is this chord in relationship to the 1 chord? Come on now, think about it. It's kind of a gospel change, right? A little voice leading there. B7. It's a 3/7, okay? And that's your melody note there, that D sharp. Okay, so it's... And you continue the voice leading up. And you put a G on top of your C chord. C6-9. Tablature, it's X32255. And then you go, which is a D6. Yeah, it's just a D6 chord. D6 with a sus in it. Which from tablature is X54007. Down to a C major 7, C major 7 13, which is X32005. So it's if you really want to get cool, you can play that F sharp in the bass of that 3/7 chord. And it goes. Which is like a big old G chord shape moved all the way up to the 8th fret. To a G major 7. Three of those. To a 5 chord. I love that chord where you take a cowboy C with the 5th in the bass and slide it up to D sus. Okay, so there's that. And let's get to some VCB now. One guy said, man, the new room sounds so much better acoustically than the kitchen. World's better. This ought to be a huge boost for the channel. And then like several other comments are like, man, I really miss the old kitchen acoustically. So it's like anything else in life. There's going to be 50% of you guys that think this is an improvement, 50% of you guys that think it's not an improvement. As I said before, men particularly fear change of any kind. But in this case, there's nothing I can do. I can't get the old kitchen back. So I hope you guys can deal with it, you know, for the cost of these videos. And, you know, I'll do everything I can to accommodate everybody out there. You know, Uncle Larry's a team player, friends. Man, this is a good beer. Have you ever tried it? It's called Yingling. It's the oldest brewery in America. Here's another one. Larry, my wife was upstairs getting ready for an appointment. I was watching this episode downstairs, and she yelled downstairs, I didn't know Bob Ross was such a good guitar player. It cracked me up. You are a mellow dude, calm speaking voice. You rock. Man, thank you so much. I get that a lot, man. People say that a lot. When I'm not yelling at the camera, which I sometimes do, you know, I can get into Bob Ross land, you know, nice and chill. You know, I like to keep it pretty laid back around here. We don't get too excited. Another guy said, it is a 63 SJ you're playing, since it has the dreaded plastic bridge, but it sounds fantastic. Must be the Uncle Larry touch that can make anything sound great. Dreaded plastic bridge, huh? It's actually ceramic. You know, over the years, these inserts here have gotten a lot of critique from the bluegrass crowd. But rock and rollers love these bridges. because you grew up listening to the Stones and all that stuff, like the intro to Love in Vain. I mean, it's like, you ain't gonna get that sound out of a bone saddle. Sorry. So I particularly love this sound. It's funny because for as many cool electric guitars I have, my acoustic stash is absolutely diminished to almost nothing. I've got this guitar, and I've got this other 64 J50 that also has the same saddle. I don't have any kind of Martin at all anymore, and God, I wish I did. I don't regret selling that 38 forward shifted D28 that I had, because I made a fortune on that deal. It was like, you know, a substantial amount of money that was like really needed at the time. But damn, I miss that guitar. The sound of it. It had some issues that were gonna have to be dealt with eventually, but the sound of that guitar was just, God, I still remember it like yesterday. It was such a good sound. I mean, I look back at some of those videos I played where I was playing that guitar, and I think, God damn. I mean, was it worth it to sell that? But man, I'll get another one day. I really need a Martin for recording. There's been a couple times already where I've been like, damn, I need a Martin, and I don't have one. I also need a Vox AC30. I've owned millions of them in my life, but I don't have one currently. I would like to find one of those super twin trapezoidal heads. That's the one AC30 I've never owned, and I've always been told that those are the best sounding ones. So I've got a cool Vox 212 cabinet with old Silver Dogs in it, but most of the sound you're hearing on those old AC30s that makes them cool is those Silver Dog speakers, man, and the blues. There is such a sound there, man, unmistakable. Another guy said, this guy's kind of a douche. He said, I read somewhere that I read somewhere. I love how he put that. This came from a comment that I responded to on the last video. And he said, I read somewhere. I love that's the way he put that. I read somewhere that you'd never play with Sammy Hagar and Michael Anthony on tour, that it would be as bad as playing in a cover band. Some guy asked me if I would do Eddie's parts if they asked me to. And I said, the last thing I want to do in life is be in a cover band or a tribute band. I have no interest. You know, I love Eddie Van Halen as much as the next man, but I wouldn't do a tribute to Jesus. You know, Jesus, if they're doing a tribute band for him, I still wouldn't do it. And I'm a big fan, you know, of that guy. And then the guy said, however, don't you just play covers with other name artists when you play live? Or do you not just like that kind of music? He also said, I can hear your AC, big deal. Your viewers must be deaf. You can just tell by the way the guy words that he's a total douchebag. So his name is Cam something. And to be brutally honest, Cam, honey, I actually started thinking about it. The 5 last artists that I've toured with: Walsh, Vince Gill, Faith Hill, Ann Wilson, and Trigger Hippie. Only one of them I didn't play on the records. So, no, I'm not just playing covers when I do touring gigs, friend. And the viewers aren't deaf, and you are a douche. So there's that. Okay, there's a couple more here. Maybe not. I thought I wrote down a couple more questions here. I'm gonna go in this week and sign a bunch of those records, Guthrie and I. So it's happening. I'm starting rehearsals Monday for the Vince Gill gigs at the Ryman that are coming up. If anybody is coming down for those, I'll be there playing all those gigs. And then the next thing to focus on after that is that gig we're doing at 3rd and Lindsay with Guthrie, August 16, 17, or whatever it is. And So there's some live gigs coming up, and Bubba's coming down. My guru, man, that taught me about vintage guitars when I was a kid. He was the best man at my wedding. My dear old friend, he's actually coming down for a few days, and I haven't seen him in ages, and I'm very excited about that because I love him to pieces. So yeah, that's all happening. He'll be at those Guthrie gigs, and that's very cool. Him and his wife. I think that's it for today, friends. Man, I got this feeling that there's something else I wanted to tell you guys, and I can't think of it. But as soon as I stop recording, I will think of it. But whatever. I'll put it in the next video. All right, friends. Peace out. See you soon. Class dismissed.